Hello everyone, welcome back to Path of Exile. And last time was very exciting, was it not? We beat Innocence and talked to Bannon, who now holds Innocence within him. And as we met Sin, his brother, who the two of them are apparently gods, and the gods are waking up, and now we have to fight them. As we have fought Innocence. Maybe. We're at least going to go after Kitava. Because Kitava's about to make everything go really crazy.
You've freed us from Templar.
Oh, you really think we may have defeated the lesser of two evils, Lonnie?
I fear you may have defeated the lesser of two evils.
Yes, it might be a little dark to come.
You'll be needing it in the dark times to come.
Sure, I'll take this one, just in case.
Once Kitava has gobbled up every scrap of Oriathan flesh, sucked every Oriathan bone dry of marrow, he'll turn his endless.
Why would he go after the Karui archipelago?
As you know,
yeah, everybody does need help against this guy.
Hard, but they're going to need all the help they can get. And I know of three treasures that just make the difference.
Treasures 3.
They were taken when the Templar raided Namakanui. A whip.
Ooh, a whip.
Of Hinekora's hair.
Tooth.
A tooth that Tukohama ripped from his own
and a
mouth.
jawbone.
A fish hook that was once the jawbone of Varukor. Together,
yes, they are known as Kitava's torments. That's pretty cool.
And lie within the reliquary
because we even heard somebody talking about these three gods that punished Kitava. Maybe not somewhere.
Go to the reliquary
somewhere recently. Yes, the reliquary. Let us go to the reliquary. And what of Utala? He seems to have disappeared. He's no longer here. The chief of the uprising. Where's he gone?
I can't yet begin to unpick the lies that Utala has told us. But this piece of truth I do have. Utala sensed that very moment
interesting.
When you struck
he sensed when we defeated Innocence.
When you broke the Templars' power. He turned to me and
told yeah, he was speaking to Kitava the whole time.
Our king comes to us. He'll be hungry, so very hungry.
We struck down Innocence, and all his Templar followers have
then he gathered his
left their god and...
Where's he gone?
Jeez.
Oriath Square.
Now Kitava rises in Innocence's place. This place just keeps getting crazier and crazier.
When I was a courier for my father's house, I'd cross Cathedral Square.
Cathedral Square, that's what it's called. Interesting.
On the fairest days, that square would be filled to bursting with Oriath's highborn, come to bask in the sun and each other's glowing nobility.
Glowing nobility, and it was a pretty sight depending on where you stood. That's cute.
Depending on where you stood.
Yes, that seems to be all Lonnie has to say now. What of Utala now?
I told you so.
Melantia.
What more need I say?
Yeah, you told us so. You know of the sign of purity that Sin talked about?
Yes. A descry staff that piety sent me to study at one point. Apparently it was a gift from Innocence to the first High Templar, Maxarius. Dominus couldn't even bear to touch the thing, so he had it locked up in the ossuary.
Dominus couldn't bear to touch the thing and made him burn.
Man of such formidable intellect.
Yes, now it does make a little more sense. Innocence did not accept Dominus at all, did he?
The staff was certainly able to conduct and store energy, yet remained inert when I applied corruption to it. It must only respond to divine energy.
Interesting.
And with corruption and divinity
so the beast, that beast that you and Dominus serve is
failed to excite the thing.
Very unconducive to working with the sign of purity.
If the sign of purity is a repository for the power of Innocence, Dominus could never have wielded.
Yes, we are a different matter altogether. We're steeped in nothing but our own deathly murderous self.
You, though,
aren't we, Witchy?
You're
yes, yes. Let us find it. And really, the gods. People haven't talked about the birth of God, return of the gods since the birth of Oriath.
It's a gambit employed by charlatans to fleece the weak-minded and morally desperate. Or so it seemed. Avarius and his Templar drones now greet the dawn filled with power and glorious purpose. Kitava has risen from whatever
last few millennia, you think?
He's been hiding in for the last few millennia. So what let the cats out of their proverbial bags?
Yeah, causality.
I'm a scholar, not a prophet.
Cause and effect. We killed the beast. Now these gods are waking up, aren't they? What are you gonna do about it, Witchy? You gonna do anything about them too?
You
maybe.
Really don't have a strong grip on cause and effect, do you?
Things replace other
things.
things.
It's the
Most fundamental
of
laws.
laws. The larger the thing you remove, the bigger the
That's
rush
called a
to fill
vacuum.
the space
It's
left
a
behind.
vacuum. A vacuum. Have you ever seen a straw
Innocence
work?
was the
It's a
nexus of
vacuum.
power in Oriath. Remove him, and something
That was
of
funny in
equal
that show.
or greater power was always going to take his spot. Any idiot could have predicted that Kitava was going to be that something. Unless,
Oh, Witchy.
of
Did you think you would
course,
supplant the
you
Templars?
thought it was going to be you.
Eh. Ah, this cathedral. It's named after
Dominus
Chittis.
adopted Chittis Cathedral as his personal laboratory.
Oh, really? It was
He decked it out with
Dominus's
everything
laboratory.
his miraculous mind could conceive of. His great work
Yeah.
in San, that which you destroyed.
No wonder
it
he
all
took over
began
Chittis's
there.
laboratory up in the tower, in the Scepter of God. But hey, look,
Farewell.
Bannon's here. He's made his way here.
Glad you made it. No, damn it all, that's just too strange to abide.
Yeah, it is a little
I'm glad you
strange.
made it. And Innocence tells me I need to keep helping you. So that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah, all right.
I know my way around weapons and armor.
Work-
and all
work hand
things
in hand.
Templar
Let's
if you
beat
should want for further
Kitava too.
enlightenment on that subject. As for Innocence, I don't know. Sometimes he makes sense. Other times,
Well, we
he's
did
a
beat
shattered
him.
god.
It's
But
no wonder he might be a little
I'm not
shattered,
sure of that.
a little broken.
Barney's
Oh,
told me a
hello.
little about Utala and his cult of Kitava. Enough to know what Utala's got planned. Bring about the fall of one god so he can raise up one of his own. And this Kitava, from what fragments
He
I
is
can
known
piece
as the
together
Ravenous
from
One,
Innocence,
and
he's
Lonnie
not
was
the
talking
very
about him
different
eating
kind.
all the Oriathians.
Please, find Utala and stop him. I'm not saying this because I want to put Innocence
True.
back on his divine throne.
Everybody makes
I'm
mistakes.
saying this because Oriath is my home.
Some more horrendous
It
than
makes
others,
mistakes.
which really
It
sucks.
doesn't deserve the fate that Utala
But let
has
us
in
stop
mind.
Utala. We definitely don't want him slaughtering everyone possible. Don't want that whatsoever. Oh, look here. On this banner back here, there's a big old red X right here. And as we saw, Kitava has a red X kind of on that statue, the Triumph of Innocence. He has a big red X on his
I'm
head.
having a little trouble
That X
explaining
all
it
along
myself.
must have been a symbol for
I've never been the
Kitava.
most devout of men, especially for a Templar. More of a soldier than a believer.
Ah, more of a soldier than a believer.
Innocence himself.
And yet
rests
now your
within
God
me.
rests within you.
His voice is weak, barely a whisper.
Oh, good.
Yet still he has the
He
power,
has power to
us
keep people
safe
safe.
from Kitava's hunger. At least for now. For my part, I'm simply grateful.
Yay.
Grateful that I
We're
have
glad
a
to have
God
you watching our
my
back. Thank you so much, Bannon.
Grateful that he's given me the power to watch others.
You're a
in
good
return.
soldier, good man. Sin was right about you. You're a vessel of gold.
For a long time now, I thought my God's intentions were being twisted by his supposed servants. Did I speak up? No.
Aw.
The pyre would have been my only answer. I did what I was told and drew the lines of morality where I could. Now I understand the truth. It wasn't Innocence's intention being
That is a
It was
good way to
Innocence
put
himself,
it.
Perverted by the
A God
selfish
answers the
convictions
believer as the
of
believer
men who
answers to the God.
worshipped him.
That's cute.
A God
That's a good way to
answers
put
the
it.
believer as the believer answers to their God.
Very nice way to put it. What about the sign of purity
Sign
here?
of purity. Let's see. A staff bathed in innocent blood. No,
Ah, okay. Yes, says
sorry,
Sintodos.
bathed in the blood of
He
innocence.
bled himself to make
Yes,
this
Innocence
desecrated
gave part of his
staff.
divine self to the thing, and gifted it to the Templar. Now that I recall, I read a tome about
Bloody
it when
long
I was
time
at
ago, and you
death.
skipped most of the pages.
Bloody long time ago. I skipped most of the boring pages, so only remember the bit where High Templar Maxarius smote
one
with
ray.
flame the army of the faithless with one ray of its hallowing light. The book's words, not
Yeah,
mine.
maybe it is.
Outside of my humble flesh, the sign of purity is about all that's left of innocence.
What about this ossuary?
Devotion
What is
should
it?
be honored, I suppose. For centuries now, the Templar have boiled.
Oh,
the
we kind of
flesh
heard
and
about that
skin from
earlier in the
heart
LP
and
from
presented the polished remains for public
Divinia.
appreciation in the ossuary.
Did
Personally,
we not? No,
I
it
think
was.
it's one of the better ways to remember those who have gone before us. To touch the
What's her
bones
name?
is to
In the
remember
sanctum
neither
itself.
The legend, the legacy, nor the lies. It reminds you that those bones belong.
But
to
yes,
a
they are
man
neither
or
legend
woman.
nor legacy
Just
nor the
like any
lies.
other
They
man
just
or
a man or a woman, just like any other man or woman. Is what those bones represent.
I'd be lying if I said my hands were clean of slavery's
Yeah.
blood. I was a soldier.
Soldiers
I went
follow
where
orders.
Dominus ordered me to go.
And
I
fight
sailed the
warriors.
expedition to Ngamakanui, killed Karui warriors, and rounded up Karui captives like every other bastard in a Templar uniform. So I don't blame Lonnie for wanting to take back her freedom. And I don't blame
Yeah,
her
we
for
all
believing
swallow
Utala's
sickness.
lies either.
We all
I
do.
certainly swallowed
As you know
enough of
from my
Dominus's
earlier
falsities
LPs,
to
I
sicken my soul.
really
It's what we
did
do
not get
now
along
that
well with my
matters.
mother.
I can see that Lonnie's heart is in the right
And
place.
yay, your hearts are in
And
the
for
right
once in
places.
my damned
Yay.
life, so is mine.
They're in the right place together.
To be perfectly honest with you, I don't
True.
trust her. Yeah, I've got my reasons. Piety kept her work pretty quiet, but her results were brutally clear. The people she took, the people she changed. Slaves mostly, and a few enemies
Yeah.
of God.
Valenta seems to have been a
Enemies of
witch
bloody
working
Dominus,
under
more like it.
piety.
I don't go in for black and
So-
white definitions of good and evil, but with piety in her ilk.
I don't know, I hope she doesn't turn traitor or something, like, the beast is gone, her reason for being is gone, Dominus is gone, Heidi's gone. What's she gonna do now? Hopefully help us a little while longer. Maybe turn over a leaf and start working for freedom and whatnot. But yes, let us return to the Chamber of Innocence and carry on our adventure by returning to the Oriath Square through the Torch Courts. Ooh, really everything's on fire. Fire. Na fire. Everything is on fire. Everything is awesome. Everything is awesome when it's on fire, yes. That's hilarious. I've been around a few fires. Campfires, mind you. They're warm. That's all I can say is, first off the bat, is they're warm. And here I am using flame wall and just walking through the fire of all these flames. You know, that reminds me, Attacking Toucans is doing a Let's Play of Skyward Sword right now. And I just saw him put up a video where he was talking about Link walking through the volcano in Skyward Sword. And he was surfing the rocky islands, going through the island, going through lava rivers, just kind of floating along in the rivers of lava. And he's like, damn, Link, any normal human would have been burnt up by now. You're the man. And then his editor put on screen that, yeah, he's got the fire cloak earrings on him, too. But hey, remember this court? This little court? Well, there's somebody here now. Cato, Scholar of Light. Yeah, a lot of these Templars have fallen to the dark side, as we can see, as Cato becomes the Defiler of Light. A lot of them have joined with Kitava, or maybe we're working with Kitava all along and just kinda... Well, anyways, kinda two-timing it, you know what I mean? Working for the Templars while serving Kitava all along. Even though, maybe even helping the slaves and whatnot get all the weapons and get ready to revolt against the Templars and the power of Innocence. They weren't true believers of Innocence. They were more believers of Kitava. And, whoa, holy crap, dude. Why'd you just drop all that? Maybe I'll look back in the editing and see if that guy had a special modifier. Made him a treasure keeper or something. I'll check it out. I'll put it on screen for you all to see for sure what he had. Why he dropped so many cards and whatnot. But yeah, just walk backwards through the Torch Court. Same as forward. It's like a Three Ninjas movie. You go forward through the maze and light. And then your grandpa turns off the lights and you have to work your way backwards through the dark.
And not before.
Oh no, I'm frozen. Yeah, fight, 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 fight. Oh, I'm burning. I'm dying in some fashion. Okay. Yeah, I'm not dying now. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna pick up these... No, not those mitts. I'm gonna keep an eye out for mitts. Yeah, not that mitt. Because these aren't really the best, I would think. Okay, it is double the... So the mitts would be what I'm looking for. The Trapper mitts. Because it's got global critical strike chance, alright. It's got global multiplier, critical multiplier. It's got double the evasion, but there's better gloves that I imagine have better evasion on them. Then a little bit of mana leech.
I need more mana.
And then that smoke cloud and unholy might on rampage and the rampaging thing. Well, it's alright. But let me see if I can find something better for Witchie. Oh no, the waypoint. It's been smashed. Ooh, jeez. Getting all the good drops today. Ooh, the ruined square. What's it gonna look like? What could it possibly look like? Well, remember how... Oh, Utala's screaming, his lungs out. Sure, buddy, sure. Yes, the square. I showed you all these back streets by the court. Well, now there's a lot of ruined areas that we cannot bypass, so we have to walk a certain way through the roads. And, it's basically just one straight shot through these back streets to get to the ossuary. Whoa, look at that. The statue's coming to life. Yeah, some statues made in the visage of one of the emperors or whatnot of Oriath are now coming to life all around here. I guess they've got that dreaming of being men thing that the beast had for statues over in Breaklast. But Kitava's making them dream now. But yeah, just kind of wind your way through these back streets, make your way over here. And why, per se? Remember this barricaded area with the waypoint behind it? Well, now the barricade's gone. Good thing for us, because now we can get that waypoint and access the ossuary. Yay! And look, them bones, them dry bones. Okay, with another skill point, let me take this one. I know I was talking earlier about this one, but honestly, it'd only be like 20% increased evasion, and my evasion is only up to 890. Yeah, that's not really enough. But 20% increased maximum energy shield if both equipped rings have evasion modifiers on them, like Cecilio's sign does, and my 2-stone ring does. As well as 40% increased maximum energy shield recharge rating if my amulet has an evasion rating. So it does. So yay! So very good reason to pick this up and go from... Oh, now it's 1774 energy shield to a 20% increase for... Weird, it didn't go up. I wonder why. Had it already gone up when I put the passive point in?
Ready and not before.
Well, let's do a quick check, because I checked something out earlier. No, that didn't work. What the frickin' hell? Gee, another bug. Yeah, they have evasion modifiers. If both equipped rings have evasion modifiers. They do. Is it because it's a unique ring? Ah, there we go. What? What? I had to re-equip it? Well, that's an interesting little feature of a bug. It's nice that it increased it, but, that makes me wonder now about my spell damage. Pain attunement thing. Huh. Well, let us enter the ossuary. Dumb bones, dry bones, bones. Because this bone's connected to this bone, and we cannot go through this wall. But that bone's connected to this... Whoa, this bone's really connected to that bone. Jeez, I think at that point you're kind of making a mockery of life. Though some people are creative and respectful of life and death. Death and life. I'm talking about a taxidermist. some taxidermists can make very interesting looking living dead. Well, see, now my energy shield's gone back down. What the heck? Now it's gone up again. Okay, that's not pretty. That's not pretty at all. Hold on, let me look into this. Jeez, this is a chandelier on the floor made of skulls and bones. Okay, I walk through the zone entrance and it goes down. I walk through the zone entrance, it stays the same. Let's see. Equip rings. Just make sure equip ring, amulet 2. Go through the door. And it goes down. Huh. Welly, well, well. I seem to have found yet another bug. I hope the makers, GGG, of Path of Exile kind of check this out someday. Or maybe I can do a bug report in some fashion. I know there's a way to do it. I'll probably just Google how to Google... I will not Google how to do a bug report. I will probably Google how to do a bug report for Path of Exile. Whoa, cramped space. That might help. Ooh, superior gem. Yay. But yeah, as we can see, my energy shield should be going up 20% with that mastery node. Sorry, this is kind of taking my attention away. I can't believe that I found a bug. Me, EclecticAndrew, I found a bug. I'm Bug Finder. Now if only I could be Bug Squisher. Squish. Squish, squish. Jeez. Squish. Squish, squish. I fling my wand and squish the bugs. Squish. Sorry, now I'm just making the sounds all over the place. Of course, that's making me think of the... what's his name? Salamando? Cedric? Salvatore. From Wind Waker. Sploosh. I'll have to make an LP of that game soon. Probably won't be this year or anything, because I've got a bunch of plans lined up. I've got one thing practically finished that I'm going to be working on. I'm working on my Nuzlocke.
I need more mana.
I got another thing I'm working on, getting the... getting some, backside stuff done for it. Not so much backside, but kind of more information-wise done for it. Because I want to make sure of the... It's like Pokemon, where well, what I'm looking for in that game that I'm making all the pre-information for, that I'm playing it already for, let me say this a different way. I am currently playing through a game I plan to Let's Play, but I'm going through the game looking for information on the game by playing the game, into looking for the elemental weaknesses of, say, monsters in the game. Where am I going? And, I would just like to know, for the sake of my argument in my head, that I learn the weaknesses of the monsters, that I have a paper available to just look at to say, hey, this monster is weak to that, this monster is weak to that, and this one definitely don't use that. Because I know some of them, of course, because from years of playing the game.
Not before.
Not years and years, but years. It is a retro game, of course, because you know me, I play retro games. Of course, I think this is the most modern game I've played. Well, Pokemon Unite's a little bit more modern. Because I've played Pokemon Unite, of course. Well, let me get back to that in a minute. This is the tomb of the first Templar, Mr. Muxarius. Let us open up the tomb and see if the sign of purity is inside. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. Okay, pick it up. Use the sign up here. Hello. Sin. Hello, buddy. Isn't that weird? We're buddies with
An
Sin.
empire is nothing more than a standard pitched in the naked earth. The time has come for you to raise the standard upon
That's
the peak
cute.
of false faith, the apex of Chitta's cathedral. Drive it deep
Oh,
into
that's
that
so
sacred
cute.
stone.
That's so poetic.
Mark
Mark the death of a faithless empire and slay the Slavern kingdom that seeks to consume it. Of course, empires are bad, kingdoms are
An
good.
empire is nothing more
Of
than
course, not in this case. We're going to kill the kingdom too. Open this lever, and right here between the doors, the wall doors, is a crafting recipe. I don't know what it was, but this is a good shortcut back to the beginning of the zone, so we can make our way back to the ruined square. Ooh, ravens, crows, caw-caw, caw-caw. Kind of a symbol of carrion god, because crows like to eat carrion. They like to eat They like to eat stuff off dead bodies. You know, all those little insects that crawl around dead bodies and whatnot. That's how you can find a dead body randomly somewhere in the woods or something really easily. Is you got like 20 crows circling around, and supposedly, or maybe it's just a deer, a dead deer, or doe, as they could say, a female deer. And me is what I call myself. You know, I just referenced that same episode of Attacking Toucans I just told you about that I was watching. Bye, crows. Crow. Caw-caw. Caw-caw. Oh, man, look what happened. Where's the fountain? Oh, I'm not to the fountain yet. Man, this fountain. Jeez, they killed a bunch of people and put them in the fountain. Whoa, what's that? The risen matriarch? What? The matriarch serves Kitava now as a risen zombie. A reassembled or risen zombie of a person is now fighting against us for Kitava. One very noticeable aesthetic you'll notice between Kitava's and Innocence people, servants and whatnot, is Innocence. His people use light and white power, light effects for their abilities, whereas Kitava's people use more bloody and red abilities and effects for their power. So, I should be coming up on it soon. Yes, right here. What could possibly be here? Oh, I went the wrong way. I went too far, actually. I'm gonna pop in here and grab the waypoint, because there is a waypoint in here, because we want to find Kitava's torments inside here, but not right now. We will not do that right now. Oh, because actually, as I just saw, the Heralds of Purity, those little minions I have, they are actually kind of more Innocence type element monsters, but Kitava is more bloody and ghoulish and red and summons all these statues and whatnot. You know, I just realized he's probably summoning all these statues because he's very used to the statues. Hold on. Drop that. What is over here? A big bloody X, a pile of people, and kill Utala? Yes. No, I will not let you have your vengeance, Utala. What on earth have you become? Utala, stone and steel. A golemish monster. That ghoulish little golem right there. With a heart, with a flaming heart inside his belly. That is what Utala has become. And now we have slain him. We will not let him feed on more and more people. We will destroy him once and for all. For his falsities and his lies and his disgusting cannibalism. Because Kitava's people are kind of actually cannibalizing Oriath here. They're taking non-believers and civilians and slaughtering them and eating them. It's ridiculously dark and evil, and of course that reminds me of Has Been Hotel. The first the pilot episode of Has Been Hotel, where Katie Killjoy was like, "You're only on today because Jeffrey couldn't make it today to host his episode, his show of cannibal cuisine," referencing Jeffrey Dahmer, who is a cannibal, who is probably in hell for being a cannibal. So they were... Well, one last thing before we go today, because we will go today. Now, soon. If we head over here to the control blocks, you would think we might be able to make our way from the control blocks, well, from the square to the control blocks to the Overseer's Tower, by foot. However, that would mean any one of Kitava's people could also make it there too. But Bannon said he was using Innocent's power to protect the tower. And how is he doing that? Well, much like Piety in Act 3, where she was cutting off access to the bridge from the east and west sides of the... Oh. They cut that out. There's now a barricade here. Ruined barricade. Although I'm surprised they didn't collapse this gate to signify it more as a... But yeah, there used to be a little spot there where you could walk up to the waypoint, but it was crushed, and you get to see a cool little barrier that Bannon and Innocence were putting up to protect the control blocks from being taken over from Kitava's people. But where, oh where? Well, no, Sin told us where. He told us to take the sign of purity to the cathedral. Ugh. Look at this defiled effigy. And yes, we would go up here to the rooftop, cathedral rooftop. Probably next time on Let's Play Path of Exile with me, EclecticAndrew, and my friend here, EclecticWitchie. Until next time, all of you, I hope you have a good day, and take care of yourselves, and have fun. Bye-bye.